There is no competition. We are the best, yeah. There is no competition.
So you're fighting back in the UK for the first time in quite some bit?
Yeah, I think it's been like close to 4 years or something now. The last time I fought here was Rico Rodriguez for Bama. Yeah, it's about 4 years ago. 5 years ago, almost to the day, I fought the O2 for UFC against Fabian Maldonado. So time is just flying. It's crazy.
So how are things going in Thailand at the moment?
Things are going really well. I've managed to, I have my own facility, my own gym there now, so it's been going great, and we launched it last week. It's now, the facility took about a good 3.5 to 4 months of building and planning and going through the Thai laws and make sure everything was done legit, which can be stressful. But I've got some amazing team with me and a great business partner, so we were very fortunate. He has numerous businesses there, so we helped cut a lot of corners. In fact, that he knew who to contact and when. And the facility is beautiful. I mean, myself, it was always my vision, and it came out exactly how I wanted it. So I'm very happy for it.
Excellent. So how have you find managing training for fights and getting the gym up and running?
Well, I was pretty fortunate because I was already preparing for a K1 tournament in Dubai, and the business was already it already been outlaid, and we already had the ground, we already made all the payments. The construction company had already done everything with the architecture guys, so they were building it, so I really had no stress. Then that fight finally cancelled a week before the show, so I had a week off in between and got a lot of business done, and then pretty much my team took over and it was already up and done. It was just the last few minutes. Like, I would always dedicate one day, which was Saturday, to do all of the things to catch up from the week, which was always my half a day off. And I had my Sundays pretty free, so it was quite stress-free, really, to be honest. It wasn't as bad, but I mean, like I said, I put it all down to my team. I have an amazing staff and a lot of people to help me along the way back in Thailand, and without them I would never got it done. I couldn't have done it on my own, for sure.
And Thailand's the perfect country as well to relax as well when you have downtime.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so lucky because, I mean, how could you not? You've been there, you know what it's like. There's beautiful beaches, it's so relaxed and so chilled. It's so much more to just enjoy, you know what I mean? Like, you get some, maybe in the rat race of cities, you get caught up a little bit, whereas with me, it wasn't really like that.
So you touched on the kickboxing tournament in Dubai. Do you want to just give us an overview of what actually happened there?
Yeah, I mean, I prepared for the show. We did the agreement. It wasn't the first time they cancelled. I prepared for one fight before, and they cancelled that show. So I started to already feel the butterflies, but then this was confirmed. It was all happening. Then, I mean, I've been around a long time. I kind of feel when something doesn't feel right. I hadn't got the flights come through yet. Started to get other fighters contact me about, have I got my flight? They didn't get theirs, and I haven't heard nothing from the team. And I hadn't had nothing, and then literally like 5 days, the day before I was meant to go, I got the phone call that the show was cancelled due to sponsorship pull-out. But I mean, I can't really have a comment whether that's true or not. I don't really know, but my gut doesn't tell me that's the truth. But you know, at the end of the day, we're all pawns, you know, in this industry, and you get played as long as you get played, and without fighters, as long as there's no union, we're always going to have that way, and we don't really have no rights. So we know what we sign up for, and you can't really feel sorry for it. You just got this is your industry, you know.
So how does obviously you were preparing that for that tournament a while, you were looking forward to it. How does that play in your mindset? Like you're going through training camp and then nothing comes of it at the end, and then the frustration of it being cancelled as well, or not even happening in the first place.
I mean, for me, to be honest, if it would have been like 10, 12 years ago, it would have been a huge frustration for me. I've been around this game too long. I know nothing's... I've been all the way to the show before. I've been in the cage, in the ring, and the guys hasn't walked out. I've been to the weigh-ins before and the guys cancelled. Nothing's ever sure until that bell rings, and that's the mindset I always keep, to be honest. And over the years, it's kind of taught me that in this industry. I've had a ton of fights, a lot. I've had probably double pull-out, cancel, last minute, you know. And anyone else in this industry will tell you the same thing. There's just no real guarantee until the bell rings.
Now you're saying you've been around this industry a long time. I believe this is your very first fight in KSW, which is quite surprising because you've...
Yeah, I think just our paths just haven't crossed, and I was already with other shows, whether it was UFC, 1FC, or I was freelance and just going out where I was. And KSW had been growing and doing really well. We had previous contact before, but it never happened. And then I I got contact again, and then they come out and offer me this. They offer me a 3-fight deal, which is an exclusive contract, and it was okay for me. It was the right deal at the right time, so I took it.
Now, what have you heard about KSW before in the past? Have you heard it's a good promotion? Or
I know a couple of people that have fought for them, and before I sign with anyone, I always contact some people that I know who have fought on that show and ask them, like, hey, I know on the outside it seems like a great show, but on the inside, really, what's it like? And they only spoke highly of them. They only said about good things about them, and they dealt with them okay. Now, every promotion can have good and bad. I mean, it really does. But if you've been around, you can usually make sure that things are put in place. Like, to cover your flights, how to get your things covered. You know how to cover and you have good management and agents to cover these things. So. My team's a good team, and I know that nothing was done that wouldn't keep me financially secure, and also secure about when I'm going to fight and when I'm not going to fight, and so forth. So it was done. It was done right.
All right. So moving on to your actual fight now against Marcin Rozalski, if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
I don't know.
What are your thoughts on him?
From what I know, I don't really know. I don't watch my opponents before I fight. I never watch them fight. People love to study tapes and do all this. I let my team study the tapes, and they do their job, and they study the good, the bad, and so forth. As far as I'm aware, they say he is a kickboxer and quite a good one, very aggressive guy. He's fighting for KSW. He's a good fighter. I don't expect to fight anyone at this stage in my career that isn't good. Everyone's good as far as I'm concerned, and if they're not, they are in my mind. So I prepare to beat the very best, and right now, in my opinion, he's the very best, and I have to beat him.
So what are you hoping to achieve in KSW?
Like I am in any promotion, I'm here to be the champion. I never come to any promotion or sign for anyone to not be the best, and I'm going to perform the very best I can. I train the hardest I can, and this camp has been my most successful camp in my opinion. I've really been very fortunate during this camp, and I felt like I had a 2 camp for 1 camp, and no injuries for the first time in a long time. I had all of my coaches in place. I had amazing sparring partners. I had really good places for everything, and I felt the time that we had really allowed me to work on positives and negatives in my game and make them both stronger, and I'm extremely confident for this fight.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Okay, party people in the house, you're about to witness something you've never witnessed before. So listen close, so you all don't miss. As we go a little something like this. Hit it! There is no competition. We are the best, yeah. There is no competition.